Hmm. The time is now 9 o'clock. I'm starting. Good morning, everyone. My name is Andy Lezondi. I'm your teacher for grade 11 mathematical literacy. If you call me, you contact me on my Twitter handle at andile_zondi1. Basically, today we're continuing where we left off yesterday. If you recall, yesterday we were looking at calculating bank charges using three methods. Basically, we're calculating bank charges in tables and using graphs. Okay. I showed you how to actually draw a graph for charges. Okay, today's lesson I want to focus on tariff tables and formulae. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this again, if you recall, our lesson was cut short yesterday, so I'll emphasize on those two aspects of bank charges. And at the end of this lesson, you should also be able to investigate and know advantages and disadvantages of different types of accounts. Okay, so let's start by looking at advantages and disadvantages. Okay, the first account that we're looking at a check account. Is called a current account. It is sometimes called a transactional account. So those three ways actually mean the same thing: check, current, and transactional. Okay, now let's look at advantages. First type of account is very flexible and convenient for clients because it allows them to have access to various forms of transactions. For example, if you have a check account, you have access to a checkbook. You can even sometimes have access to telephonic transactions, which you don't get with other types of accounts, and many more. Okay, another advantage is sometimes you're able to have an overdraft facility. This is where you actually use the bank's money. If you run out of money in your account, you can still do purchases. So the bank will actually loan you that amount of cash. Obviously, you pay it back, but you actually can use this facility if you have a check account. Now, a disadvantage of a check account is that it tends not to earn interest. So you won't get much interest. And it attracts high interest rates, right? And penalties for if you're overdrawn. That means if you have a negative balance, right, you'll actually pay high interest rates if you have a check account. Okay, next one is a credit account, obviously with a credit card. Advantages of a credit account is that it allows you to buy goods and services now and pay for them later. Right? So if you don't have money, you can buy food now and pay for them later. Obviously, you need to pay it within a specific time period. And another advantage of a credit account is that you are given personalized interest rates. if you put money, and it's even higher, higher limits. A disadvantage of a credit card: one, you're limited. You don't have unlimited access or unlimited amount of money. There's a credit limit for each client. And if you don't pay in time, this is what has debit account with a debit card. Okay, a debit account, okay, a debit card provides a safe, convenient, and alternative payment method to cash when you're making purchases, right? So if you don't have cash, you can actually swipe your credit card, your debit card. Obviously, the amount of money is drawn from your account. It is my second point, right? Okay, disadvantage of this type of account is there's no overdraft facility. If you run out of money, you can't make more purchases, and it attracts bank charges or fees on almost all transactions, right? If you're withdrawing money, they charge you. If you're depositing money, they charge you. Each and every transaction you're making, they'll charge you for this type of account. Okay, a savings account, this is where you're saving. Okay, clients earn interest, which is good. And this account allows regular day-to-day access to your money, okay? Disadvantage of a savings account: there's no check, you don't have a check book, you don't have a credit card facility, right? So you cannot use the bank's money. Okay, it earns low interest because it is liquid. Okay, when I say liquid, or when I use the word liquidity, basically mean how fast can you get your money, right? For liquid investment and type of investment where you can get your money now, right? Because you can get your money as soon as you want it, it gives you a very low interest. Okay, fixed deposits. Okay, the word says fixed. That means it does not change right here. That means you cannot have access to your money at any time you want, so it's fixed. Okay, fixed deposit account. Your deposit is fixed. Advantages of a fixed deposit account: they offer higher interest because it is less liquid, right? You have your money, you can't really get your money as soon as you want it. And it also allows a lump sum or a monthly contribution or monthly deposit to this account. Okay, next one, disadvantages. Okay, disadvantages of a fixed deposit: you cannot withdraw your money. Okay, you cannot withdraw your money until the end of the term, right? That's why I said it's less liquid. Interest rate is usually fixed for the term of investment. So if they give you 10%, usually it will be 10% throughout, right? Usually, right? Okay. Okay, now let's look at an example. If you recall, yesterday we're doing an example before we ran out of time. Okay, let us go over this example again. Okay. First of all, it is very important to first analyze the information that is given to you before you answer questions. Right? Okay, first of all, you have to look at the table. In this case, I'll look at the table before I look at my statement, right? That says Arthur's Bank, Egoli Bank. Okay, this is the name of the bank, right? For the card holder. List the following bank fees. Arthur subscribes to self-service, right? So these are keywords because they appear on this table. And pays a monthly maintenance fee, right? So he pays both those fees, right? Monthly, can't avoid that. This he has subscribed to self-service banking. Okay, so in the space of a month, Arthur makes the following transactions. Okay, before you look at these transactions, let's start this information here. learners tend to skip studying the given information and they always jump to questions. So don't do that. Okay, even though you won't read each and every line, but have an understanding of what is happening. Okay, obviously you can see transaction on your left, fees on your right. Okay, the first is monthly fee. In this case, these you cannot avoid. There's a deposit if you're putting in money. There's withdrawal if you're taking out money. There's account payments and purchases if I'm making a payment, maybe to a third party, and purchases if they're buying something. These are the charges. Balance inquiry, if you want to know how much money is in your account, these are the charges. Okay. Now let's look at the questions. The statement before we look at the question. Okay, here it says he deposited. The keyword is deposit, right? So he deposited. So you need to look at deposits, right? He deposited 335 rands in cash at an Egoli ATM. So how much money will be charged? So you need to look under deposits and we're looking at Egoli ATM, right? So he'll pay 5 rands, right? Let's say he'll pay 5 rands, make my life easy. So this is the first charge that he pays. Keep in mind, you also have to pay maintenance fee and subscription fee. Okay. Okay, now he's paying 5 rands as well. Next, in this particular month, he also withdraws 500, right? Okay, so you need to look at withdrawals. The keyword is withdrawals, right? Okay, but where does he withdraw? He withdraws at another bank's ATM. Okay, another bank's ATM. So you need to look at another bank's ATM. There it is, another bank's ATM, right? So you'll also pay 7 rand, right? So the 7 rand goes there. Okay. Then it says he withdraws 100 cash over the counter at an Egoli bank branch. This is his bank's branch, right? So under withdrawals over the counter, so you also pay 10 rands, right, for this particular statement. Hopefully you guys can see what is happening here. Okay, next, he inquires twice about his balance, right, over the counter at Egoli. So looking at inquiries, but over the counter. Inquiries, or there they are, bank inquiries, right? There's the keyword, inquiries, right? And they say over the counter, this over the counter. But they say the first one is free, first free per month, then 10 rands. So in this case, he does it twice, right? Does the inquiry twice, but the first one is free. So obviously you only pay 10 rand, right? Then he draws cash, right? So we're looking at withdrawals again, whilst buying groceries at a till point at his local supermarket, right? So we're looking at withdrawals, but now we're looking at till point withdrawals while doing purchases. So there's the keyword. In this case, it will be bank charge of 2 rands, right? So bank charge of 2 rand goes there. And lastly, he makes 3 electronic account payments. So looking at payments now, right? Okay, there's payments, but here they say electronic account payments. It is free, right? So in this case, it pays nothing. Right. Now that you've analyzed your statement, you can now answer your questions. Okay, question 1. Calculate the total bank charges for these transactions. because I've analyzed the statement, my answers will be obvious, right? I'll first add the 5 rand plus the 15 rand plus another 5 rand, 10 rand, 7 rand, 2 rand, 0 rand, 10 rand, right? Okay, hopefully you are working with me. Please add your values and tell me what is your answer, right? Tell me what is your answer. If you can, use your chat to tell me your answer, right? Because I want this lesson to be interactive. Remember, if you listen to the teacher and you don't respond, you won't gain as much. But the more you respond, the better your understanding, right? Okay, so just compare your answer to my answer. Okay, let's compare your answer to my answer. Okay, someone says I'm breaking. Okay. Okay, hopefully, if you can really hear me well, just follow on the slide, right? Hopefully my internet connection will improve because my Wi-Fi should be working fine. Okay, here's my answer. Okay, there it is. 5 friends, 15 rand, 5 plus 7 plus 10 plus 0 plus 0 plus 3 zeros for these 3 free, right? Free transactions, payment transactions. So all in all, your answer should have been 52 rand, 54 rand, I mean, 54 rand for your answer. Okay. Learners, please, as I went through these examples, also work with me, right? Okay, next question. It says, Arthur has a balance of 650, right? Underline that. Obviously, that means balance. So as you read, underline numbers and attach meaning to those numbers. This first number is a balance that Arthur has in his bank account at the end of the month, right? Okay, so after doing all transactions for the month, he has 650. Question 2A, calculate the ratio of the total bank fee to the month-end balance, right? If you recall, the bank fee for the month was 54 rands, right? So they want to know the ratio, right? The ratio. When you're working with the ratios, obviously you must use colon, right, to separate your values. In this case, they want to know the bank charge to the monthly balance, right? Okay, try to work on this question to see determine ratio, right? And if you're done, please post your chats, right? Give me your answers on your chats, right? This is a ratio, right? The bank fee and the balance is a ratio, right? Here are the clues. The bank fee was 54 rands, right? And the balance was 650, right? Always start with what they start with. In this case, they say bank fee to balance, right? So start with the bank fee, then your balance. Please give me your answers, right? Give me your answers. I can see, okay, number of learners here. Jacqueline got the first one correct. Bantu, first one correct. HL, first one correct. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your names correctly. Give me the second answer, learners, quickly. Right, what is the ratio? Right, what is the ratio? Okay, I won't give you much time because I'm rushed. Okay, hopefully you're not waiting for my answer, but I'll give you my answer anyway. Remember, if you practice, you become perfect. If you don't, you won't perfect this work. Okay, so your ratio is supposed to be 54 is 2, and then your balance was 650. Right, 650. So that is your ratio, right? Now remember, in maths or in mathematical literacy, your ratio must always be placed, right? Or simplified, right? This can be simplified, obviously, right? But just simplify it to the simplest form, right? What are your answers? Simplify this to the simplest form. Okay. The learners are stuck probably because I don't see answers here. But let me continue. Let me show you how to simplify that. Okay. Okay, I can see two chats. 9:10. Okay. Jacqueline says 9:10. Okay, let's see if she's correct. Okay. And in this case, if you're simplifying that, it will be 27 is to 325, right? Okay. So I think this cannot be simplified any further, right? Okay, how do you get this? You start by dividing by 2, right? In this case, okay, first of all, try to divide both values by 54. Well, this was not possible. So you divide by 2. Why 2? You can see the last values are even numbers. So 2 will go into both, right? Okay, and then this will be your answer. This will be your answer. But now you cannot really simplify this any further, right? Because 2 cannot go into these numbers. 3 cannot go into these numbers. 5 cannot go into these numbers, right? Always try to use your prime factors, right? First, otherwise you can use a calculator, right? If you punch 54 over 650 in your calculator, right? And you say equal to, you should get this, right? Obviously, depending on what calculator you're using, right? I highly suggest that you use a calculator for this, because this is okay. Next question. Express the ratio, right? Your ratio obviously when a percentage. That means I need to take my ratio figures, right? Two values in question multiplied by 100 to get a percentage. So that's what I'm doing in this case. Right. Okay. Obviously, my ratio, this is the ratio we're talking about. Can any learner guess this fraction? What will be on my numerator? Remember, I'm using these values. What will be in my denominator, right? Can anyone guess? Or can anyone tell me what is my numerator? What is my denominator? Okay, let me carry on. Okay, I think you guys are still thinking. Okay, remember today I just decided to give you guys an opportunity to write. Right? So obviously my ratio, this ratio can be written as 54 divided by 650, right? This ratio portion can be divided, right? Can be replaced with division sign times 100 because I'm converting a common fraction to a percentage. So your answer should have been 8.3%. Right? Okay, last question. Now, they say suggest ways in which Arthur can reduce his bank fees, right? Okay, this is up to you. Almost whatever you say, if it makes sense, it will be correct, right? So obviously to reduce bank fees, Arthur can do a number of things, right? You can't change that. You can't change the monthly fee, but you can choose to deposit checks because it's free. You can see that it's free, right? For withdrawals, you can choose to withdraw at an ATM, right? Why? Because it charges the least R1. Okay, for payments and purchases, you can do payments using cell phone. So you can do electronic transfers. Those are free. You can see that. For inquiries, for balance inquiries, you can basically use the cell phone or self-service banking, right? Those are just some of the ways he can reduce his bank fees, right? I think this question was nice. It's not so challenging, but I think it was okay, right? Okay, I'm getting answers. Okay, I see Miss Thompson, she's back. She was here yesterday as well. Okay, now let us look at another. What from KZN March paper? The paper that was written on. Okay, now notice different provinces work at different paces. Some provinces are ahead, some provinces are on par, right? So if you've done this from last term, just chill, relax. You should know all the answers. But if you'll be doing this term, learn as much as you can. Okay, this is a nice challenging question. Okay, please work with me on this question. It says Anele has a Standard Bank account. The cash deposits over the counter, obviously branch, service involve a basic fee. When they say basic, they actually mean a fixed amount, right? Plus, okay, obviously this can be plus. I can actually write this as 8. Fee is equal to 8. Branch 50. Remember, the state you need to basically simplify them and put them in numbers. Plus, obviously, plus 1 rand 85 per per 100 rand, right? For every 100 rand, right? For every 100 rand, per 100 rand. Okay, now again, okay, my 100 is okay. Now they say or part thereof. Remember from yesterday's lesson, when they say part thereof, they actually mean any amount that does not add up to 100 will be charged as if it was 100 rand. Like that means if you are depositing 50 rands, you'll be charged 1 rand 85, right? Because it is part of 100. Okay. Now they say with a minimum charge of 43 rands, with a minimum charge of 43 rands, right? That means, like it or not, you have to pay 43 rands if your fee is less than 43 rand, you'll be compelled or required to pay 43 rands. Okay. Now let's look at your questions. 1.3.1. Okay, it says, what is the minimum amount that a person can be charged for a cash deposit over the counter, right? What is the minimum amount that a person can be charged, right? So obviously, when you read, you need to underline keywords. Obviously, in this case, keyword is minimum amount, right? Obviously, for what? For cash deposits over the counter, right? Obviously, we're talking about this. Your answer should be somewhere here. Please write your answers via your chat, right? Please write your answers. What is the minimum amount that can be charged? What is the minimum amount that can be charged? Let's see who are bright learners, right? Okay, I'm getting some answers. Hopefully you guys are not copying. Okay. Guys, unfortunately, I'll have to look at your chat at the end, right? Because of time. But if you have a pressing question, you can pick up your hand, then I'll respond to you. Okay, number of learners said 43 rands. Are they correct? Okay, let's see. Yes, minimum charge is 43 rands. Excellent, well done, learners. See how important it is to first analyze your statement before answering your questions. Right. Okay, now the second question says, Anele deposits 3,250 over the counter at Standard Bank. Okay, so obviously underline this figure, right? Underline this figure and let's understand what it is. Obviously, it is a deposit, right? Okay, now they say calculate the amount she will be charged, right? The amount she will be charged. Obviously, you need to use your formula. There's your formula there. There's your formula there, right? And okay, please try to do this question on your own while I'm explaining on this side. Okay, but here's a clue. For 3,250, you need to know how many 100 rands are in 3,250. So let's get this figure, right? Right. But remember, any part of 100 rand will be charged as if it was a full 100 rand, right? Okay, so can any learner tell me what this value will be, right? That I'll multiply by, what value will this be, which I'll have to multiply by 1 rand 85, right? What value will this be, right? Obviously, you need to determine how many 100 rands go into that amount, right? But if there's a portion of 100 rand, it will be charged as if it was 100 rand. So what value goes there? Let me see if there are any bright learners. Okay, obviously you guys are all bright learners. I've seen that. But give me answers, please. What value will I have to? What value will I have to put there? Okay, let's see. Okay, learners are still thinking. Learners are still thinking. Okay, thinking is good, right? But we don't have much time. Okay, someone is saying 32, 32.5, right? Okay, yes, 3,000. Okay, 32.5. Okay, okay, good work. Now let's see if your answer is correct, right? Let's see if your answer is correct. Remember, I need to know the actual value that I'll have to multiply it by 185. Okay, most of you are saying 32.5. Let's see if you're correct. Okay, let's see if you're correct. Okay. Okay, here's your formula. Yes, the amount per 100 rand, the amount will be 3,250. There it is, divided by 100 rand, right? Divided by 100 rand. Okay, but I might have made a mistake here. Now it says, if you divide these two, this is your answer, 32.5. 32.5. But the keyword says, or part thereof, right? Remember, part thereof means even this 50 rands will charge it as if it is 100 rand, right? So this value should have actually been rounded up to 33, right? 33. Why? Because of this statement, part thereof. Any part of 100 rand will be charged as if it was 100 rand. So 32.5 is good, but you need to further round it up to 33. Why? Because of this term, part thereof. Hopefully, okay. Okay, there's a hand, 2 hands raised. Host, please unmute one of the learners, please. Please, hello. Okay, host, please. They have a question.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. I just wanted to know, when would you have to know when to round up?
Round up. Okay. Whenever they tell you part thereof, so your answer must be rounded up automatically. But if they don't say part thereof, then yes, you divide by 3.5. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
But if they say part thereof, then you round up, because this portion will 50 rand will be charged as if it is 100 rand, right? So in other words, you charge. You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's a good question. Any other questions? No other questions. So I think you guys understand. Ben has a question. Host, please unmute Ben. Hi, Ben. Hello. Hi, Ben. You can.
Yes, you answered my question already.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Obviously, this answer should change. See, we all make mistakes, even teachers. So 1.85 times 33. Okay, if you're using I'll be using my calculator here. Just give me a second. Obviously, also help me as well. 1,85 multiplied by 33. Okay, the answer is, my answer is 61,05. So I might have made a mistake here. So it's 0.05. 61,05. So please double check your values as well. Some learners get answers wrong because they copied wrong. So if you add these two, your answer will be 69 rands and 55 cents. Okay, that's a lot of money for making a deposit. Okay, now next question. 1.1.3. Anele was charged 75 rand 10 cents. Calculate how much cash she deposited into her account. This is a very, very nice question, right? Very, very nice question. In this case, you're given the fee. You're given the fee, and they want to know the amount. Right? You're given the fee, you want to know the amount, right? This is a very, very good question, right? Okay, let me just a couple of minutes to do this question, because I want to see who can, right, use this formula to calculate the amount that was deposited, right? And okay, maybe we should do it this step by step. Okay, I'm giving you 2 minutes, learners. Remember, I don't have much time. I'm giving you 2 minutes to tell me how much money was deposited if the bank charge or the bank fee was 75 rand and 10 cents, right? Okay, this is a very, very good question. If you can answer this, I'm very, very proud of you, right? Most of my learners at school won't be able to answer this question. Right? But don't tell them I said so. Okay. Okay, if you're done, I need to see your chat. Give me your answers via chat. Okay, wow, okay, someone said 3,600. Okay, let me carry on. Let's see if these learners, Jessica and Miss Thompson, or Chanel, yes, Chanel and Jessica said 3,600. Let's see if they're correct. Okay. More learners are saying the same amount, so you guys are bright, right? But let's see how you got the answer. Right? Remember, there are a number of ways of calculating this, but I prefer you use the formula, right? The formula will be easy. All you need to do, you need to basically move your values around and solve for the unknown, right? Okay, so this is how they got the answer. Okay, the first part is to write the formula, then substitute your fee there. So you have this for the second step. Now all you need to do is you need to remove all the values and solve for the amount. Okay, how do you move all the values? You can see here. Okay, this is together, obviously. This is together, which is added to 850. So if I'm removing 850, right? Remember, I'm solving the amount. Every value must move to the left-hand side. I'm adding it on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, I'll obviously do the opposite, I'll subtract. Another way of saying this, to remove 850 on the right-hand side, I need to subtract 850. If I subtract it on the left-hand side, I must subtract it on the right-hand side, right? And then after that, okay, there it is. Now after that, you can see that I have this term 1,85, right, which is multiplied by my amount. I need to remove this, right? Obviously, I'm multiplying it on the right-hand side. If I'm removing it to the left-hand side, I need to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, right? So I'll divide it on the left-hand side. Another way of saying this is to say, how can I remove this value? I can remove this value by dividing it by the same amount, by 1,85. So if I divide on the left, which will cancel out, must divide on the right. Okay, so there it is there. Now on the left-hand side, I'm left amount in 100. Right? So obviously I need to remove the 100. Right? The 100 is divided on the left-hand side. Right? When it goes right-hand side, it must be multiplied. Right? Okay, another way of saying this, if I'm dividing 100, for example, to get rid of 100, I can actually times it by 100 as well. Okay, see, different learners know different methods. So I need to, you can see there, I need to times to cancel this. If I times on the left and then I must times on the right, then it is times 100, right? Then obviously your answer is 3,600. Okay, well done. Okay, this is a very, very good question. Okay, now before we finish off, here's the last one, right? This is supposed to be homework, but since it's very, very easy, we'll make it a classwork activity, right? Given this, obviously this is taken from March 2017. Okay, given this table here, okay, this table has cash withdrawals and deposits, payments, and transfers. Okay, I need you to give him the answer to this question here. It says, calculate the cash withdrawal fee. So this, I always underline what I'm required to calculate. Right? For your amount given 5,490, calculate the cash withdrawal fee that was withdrawn at an ATM of another bank, right? So a lot of information here. I need you learners to calculate my answer for me, right? If you can, you have 3 minutes, right? You can have 3 minutes. While you're doing that question, let me explain this. Here we have notes. Always try to understand what those abbreviations mean. If you don't understand them, look at your key. POS stands for point of sale, and ATM stands for automated teller machine, right? Okay, what are your answers, learners? Please give me your answers. Please give me your answers. All right, for this one here now, give me your answers for this question. What is the cash withdrawal fee? What is the cash withdrawal fee? Right. Okay. While you are working through your question, in the interest of time, let's look for the formula that you'll be using. Right. Now they say, well, withdrawing. So we look at withdrawals. So we're looking at that. Looking at that withdrawals, and the amount is 5,400. But where is it withdrawn? It is withdrawn at an ATM of another bank. There it is, ATM of another bank. So we'll be using this information here, right? Okay, learners, please give me my answers. I'm still waiting for my answers. Okay, people are still thinking. Okay, so obviously what you do in this case, I have 3 minutes left. Okay, your fee will be equal to this figure, this value, right? Plus 4 rand plus 1.2% of the amount withdrawn. Now notice, you need this. Where does this come from? This come from there. There it is. So if you're withdrawing money from your own ATM, you're using this formula. But if you're withdrawing from another ATM, you need to add more money. They charge you more, right? Okay, and then all you do 1.2%. 2% or 20% of amount, that means this amount will go there, right? And it will be 650, 670, I mean, plus 400, plus 1.2% of this amount, right? 2 minutes left. Let me see. Okay, I'm getting a variety of answers, right? I'm getting a variety of answers. Okay. Remember, the bank fee can never be more than the amount withdrawn. Let us do that in around 10. Let me use my calculator to see what's correct. So it's 1.2% multiplied by 5,490, right? Plus 4 rands plus 6.17. So the correct answer, those who said the correct answer is 76 rands, right? And 58. Oh, someone has raised their hand, but I don't have much time. Actually, my time is up, right? Okay, sorry about that. My time is up. I can't go on forever. But to finish off and just remove that. Just take a message. Just be careful when you part there off, right? And value off. Okay, these are similar but different, right? So I need to revise this. What does this mean? And then for further information, visit the basic education website, education.gov.za, for question papers and material. And tomorrow we'll be looking at loans, hire purchase agreements, right? Some of you have done this before. Some of you might do this later, and this year or even maybe next year, right? Some schools, some provinces are doing hire purchase this year. So we'll be looking at hire purchase tomorrow. And that is all. Okay, for more information, please visit our website, right? Or use these handles, hashtag lockdown school, hashtag STEM champions, and so on for more information. Okay, our time is up for today. Okay, thank you very, very much. Join me again tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you very much.